Hey everyone! Welcome to our podcast, Outside In. And today is our very first episode. So for today, this very first introductory episode that we're gonna do for you guys is more towards of how we actually more towards how we introduce ourselves.
Yeah.
First episode nervous lah. Yeah, we introduce ourselves and then we're gonna go on about how this podcast came about and all kind of stuff, you know. So yeah, so stay tuned, listen up, and hope you enjoy the rest of the show. Here is Outside In.
Yeah. Let's go.
Okay, so welcome everyone once again to our podcast, Outside In. Okay, so we are actually a husband and wife couple. This is
Fara.
and I'm
Yanto.
yeah. Okay. So, yeah. So
Nervous guys.
nervous. Okay.
Nervous
I'm
guys.
actually perspiring a little bit because of the nervousness kicking in. We actually did a little bit of rehearsal and stuff like that, but nothing can actually prepare you for the actual stuff, right?
True.
Yeah. So yeah. So this
Minum dulu,
podcast-
guys.
Yeah, we are not sponsored by anyone yet. This podcast, Outside In, why we actually decide to name this podcast Outside In, and then also just a little bit of information. This podcast or this idea of this podcast is actually the brainchild of my wife, Farah. So she decided to do all this kind of stuff. This if you see the setup, like it's like professional in my opinion, because there's like lighting, there's a podcast mic, you know, the mixers and whatnot. So I'm gonna let Farah introduce Outside In to you guys, and you know the thought process of how we came about doing this, and then we'll elaborate more further after the brief introduction. Farah?
Alright, let's go. Ada cricket jugalah. Oops. Okay.
Come on.
So Outside In first started when I was just sitting by myself, and I thought like, hey, why not me and Yan do a podcast? Because I feel like we have great conversations with each other, and we have deep conversations, we have funny conversations, and I thought that maybe we could share it with people. You know, macam kalau borak-borak sendiri macam
English.
tak apa, boleh mix. Nanti ada orang Melayu pula nak tengok.
Boleh. But my Melayu tak bagus sangat.
Tak apa.
Try.
Go je. And also because I work in the industry. I work in the media industry. So, you know, tak banyak sikit I know this kind of stuff. So I thought like, why not? While doing this podcast, I also upgrade my skills, you know. I'm still learning about audio and stuff like that. So this is a place where I can feel free to make mistakes and learn from my mistakes and get better. At the same time, spend time with my husband, talking about things, bond, gitu. Bondy.
Wait, yeah, we actually just got this interface, so I'm just gonna play the buttons a bit. Salah botang. Like Farah mentioned, I also see this as a way for us to actually bond, because you know, with my busy schedule, because I'm working in a industry, I wouldn't say. I mean, if you know me, if you know my lifestyle, you know where I'm working at. Yeah, I hate my job. Yeah, so I the reason why I feel the way I feel about my job, towards my job, is because I hardly get time to spend with my family, my wife, and my friends. So I feel like this dedicated outlet for us will actually allow us to talk to each other, spend time, do something meaningful with each other, and then why not share with the rest of the world as well? Hopefully, the rest of the world take over the world.
Wow. Yeah. So at this point of your life, you value time with your family?
Yeah, because I think I'm at an age where I'm 32 this year. I just turned 32 in January. Hey, tua tu simpan sikit. Yeah, I'm 32 this year. I mean, I've spent a lot of my time working past 4 or 5 years, you know, just trying to make ends meet and get married and stuff like that. So the moment I got married, I think that kind of changed my perception of asyik kena kerja je. So when you're out, especially for myself, I'm working shift work. I spend mornings and nights sometimes away from my wife. I feel like time is really precious, and when you're tired from, especially for myself, when I'm tired from work, I come home, I shower, have dinner. Sometimes I don't even have dinner because I'm too tired. So, the time that we have is just that few hours before we go to bed. And then even in the daytime when Farah's working, I'm just
playing games.
Not really playing games, I'm resting.
Resting.
Yeah, I do play games. More on that later.
Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, I think time is really something that I find very priceless. Yeah, and I really value this time as well because, like, I think I mentioned to Farah, in our conversations back then, which I'm gonna share with you guys, that I really really treasure every single time or moments that I have with my wife, with my friends, with my family, especially my family, because you can hear my cat. Yeah, especially with my family and my cats. Yeah. So I really appreciate Farah investing in this setup that she did for us. Yeah. So we are not sponsored by anyone. So all this stuff, all this equipment that she got is all from savings. Yeah, her own hard-earned money. Yeah. The light is a bit hot though. Warm.
This is how we look good on camera. It's okay.
Yeah.
Beauty's pain.
Yeah. So that's about why what I feel about this podcast lah. It's an outlet for me to spend time with my wife, especially.
Oh, so sweet.
Yeah. So that's a bit of us. Then eventually, what we have, what the idea for this podcast is, of course, to share our daily lives, share our thoughts, and hopefully one day we will be able to open up to having guests on the show to share with us and the rest of the world
their thoughts as
well.
well.
Their thoughts, their perspective of certain issues that we will be talking about because like Farah mentioned earlier, that we actually talk about a lot of deep stuff, like relationships, thoughts on what else? Thoughts on everything, literally everything. Because when me and Farah have deep conversations, we can literally sit for hours talking about something, going to very very deep.
Bestie. Tak layan.
Bestie. Yeah, but men being men, I can't really remember everything. So I hope that with this podcast I can actually remember the things,
immortalize all the conversations.
So at least we can remember, look back, sometimes when I'm bored or if I'm at work or what, I can listen to the podcast.
Can listen to my voice.
Listen to your voice. So yeah, that's a little bit about the introduction of us, about Outside In. Oh yeah, why we name it Outside In?
You kasih nama. You explain.
Yeah, so I thought, because we came up with a lot of different names, like what should we name it? We should name it something catchy, I was thinking, we were thinking about like around the table talk or something like that. Then thinking again, we're going to be talking something deep. So we're going to be talking about perspectives. We're talking about thoughts. So that we are looking at things from the outside in.
And we are bringing you guys with us.
Yes.
Outside In. So, ta-da.
Yeah, so Outside In is born. Yeah.
Since it's the first episode, right? Tell them about yourself lah.
Myself. Okay, sure.
Oh no, we tell them about each other.
Okay, that's nice.
Okay, so I start.
Okay, go.
So Yanto is a very outgoing person. Yeah, he's a social butterfly. While I'm the opposite, I'm very shy and I barely talk. So I feel like this podcast will be I would say a shock to a lot of the people I know that I will be talking this much because I think like my family dah kenal lah, my family, my friends, but like Yanto's family and friends, they'll be like, "Oi, boleh berbual juga budak ni." So I don't really talk much.
Because like when we are out in our social settings, right, Farah will be always like, Yeah. Then sometimes you can ask her a sentence, a question, like a whole lot of questions. She can literally just answer, yeah. Like, I think so.
Like, don't some of you guys feel like then macam rasa macam pressurized gitu macam as an introvert when you ask questions macam yeah. I don't know. Even if you want to talk, right, you don't know how to continue. That's the thing. But I want to talk to your friends and everything.
Yeah, so maybe this is
Will be a topic to talk about, maybe.
Yeah, anything else about me?
Oh yes, anything. He's a very sweet person. He puts others before himself.
Sometimes a bit too much.
Yeah. It's a double-edged sword lah. But yeah, he's very outgoing, very very likable, easygoing. You know, so you will see that side of him hopefully. If you're watching the video version of this, we'll be posting it on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You see more of us.
Or you can just listen to us on Spotify. Yeah, and you can listen to him. Even his voice he's very charming, you know. So
this is an opinion lah. So if you guys
I'm a bit biased lah because I'm the wife.
If you guys agree on my charming voice, leave a like and comment.
Jangan perempuan-perempuan kat luar sana jangan nak try.
Market.
Tak boleh. A very jealous person. Stop it.
Yeah, I'll tell you more about that. So anything else before we move on?
No, dah sikit cukup.
Okay, so yeah, so that's her introduction of myself. So myself, I'm going to say what I'm going to say about Farah. Okay, Farah here, like she mentioned, she's an introverted individual, but she's brilliant.
Oh.
She has lots and lots and lots of ideas, and then when she has that idea, right, she will lay it out. She can there's one time, I think in the middle of the night, she woke up about 2-3 a.m. in the morning. And then she couldn't sleep back. She turned on her handphone. I was at work, I was doing my night shift. Suddenly she texted me and said, I have an idea. At 3 a.m. in the morning, like, I have an idea. What? 3 a.m. Are you not asleep? So she's very passionate about the things that she does. Like for example, this podcast, So she came up with this idea at 3 a.m. in the morning to think back. Yes. Yeah, she came up. She's passionate and she will really put her heart and soul into things that she's doing. Even her job, I think, I believe that her boss would agree with me as well because.
Hey, Cookie.
Yeah, sorry for the cat noises. Kucing tu belum sunat.
And we're doing it in our living room, so
yeah.
We will eventually move to the studio, but it's in mess right now and it's not
ready yet. Yeah. So yeah, what was I saying?
I put my heart and soul.
Yeah. She does her work very passionately. She invests in a lot of different. She invests time and money into things that she does, that she wants to do. Like for example, this podcast. And even for her job, I think I can safely say that she invested her own money into things that I feel will increase the quality of the product that she delivers. Because she does media and stuff, right? So like camera lenses, mics and all that. So she put like this lamp. Is it called lamp? Lighting. This lighting, I'm pretty sure it costs 3 digits.
Almost.
Yeah, almost 3 digits. So yeah, all from her. Yeah, so being an introvert that she is, but being brilliant, so she tends to keep her ideas very private. But she shares it with me lah, of course, So apart from that, she's loving. In terms of character, she's very loving. She's very sweet. You won't see it. You will never see it. I don't think anyone can ever see the cuddly, loving, cute side of her out in the open. Because, only I can see it. I'm privileged because I'm the husband, right? Yeah. So yeah, she's pretty much a very loving, clingy girl, woman. Yeah. So, which I love a lot because
Special lah.
Where to get, right? Someone I come home when every single day without fail, whenever I open the door after work, she'll be like, sayang. The smile on her face, the tone of her voice, really, after a long day at work, you come home, you get to see the love of your life, giving that kind of emotion and expression towards your arrival. Yeah, so I love that. I love that about her. She's very she's expressive in terms of her love towards me and her family, of course. Yeah. Malu lah tu. So yeah, that's a bit about her, loving, hardworking, passionate lady.
Wow, I love it. Loving, hardworking, passionate.
Yeah.
Nice.
For one thing about Farah, she literally does a spreadsheet of things that she wants to get and she wants to do. Like, I don't even remember what I'm going to do next week kind of stuff. No? I'll be like, sayang, can you tell me what am I supposed to do?
This one, I'm like his personal assistant. Like, he doesn't know what are the things that he has.
Yeah.
He has to ask me, ni, I ada apa-apa tak?
Yeah, because whenever I have something on, I will tell her, and then she'll be the one putting in her calendar. Yeah, do you guys? I don't know if it is a guy thing or.
Yeah, do you guys do that, guys? Do you tell your wife to keep your schedule for you?
Because I don't. I mean,
you don't. You do.
I don't keep things on my schedule because Farah's my schedule. But eventually, yes, I know. Going into professional life, I have to be organized. But why go through the trouble when you can have your wife to do it for you?
I have nothing to say, guys.
Okay, so that's our introductory episode, and hope you guys don't get bored. Tune in to our episodes more often. Okay, so alright, so we have come to the end of our very first episode of our introduction of Outside In. We hope you guys will be able to tune in to our next episode where we talk about our what we're going to talk about next is our viral video.
Yeah.
The one that became viral, sort of viral on TikTok. So we're going to talk about that and a little bit more. So tune in, to our next episode and hope to catch you guys there.
Bye.
Bye bye.